Hi, I'm Andy Wolf, Executive Director of the Albany Museum of Art. I would like to introduce you to one of the artists whose work is now on exhibition at the AMA. Sanaz Haghani was born and raised in Iran. Her incisive, deeply engaging work examines women's role in Iranian culture and how the hijab, social class, and other forces keep women's behavior and freedom in check. Her exhibition at the Albany Museum of Art, on view through December 23rd, is Essay Topic: Write Down the Word Woman 100 Times. In Haghani's exhibition, the viewer faces the poetry of cascading printed paper rich with dark, beautiful hues of ink and pigment. The imagery evokes the cultural history, the physical confinement, and political challenge of the prescribed cloth covering of the hijab. Before moving with her husband to Minnesota, Haghani earned her BFA in graphic design from Surrey University in Shiraz, Iran. She worked as a graphic designer for 8 years in Iran and taught graphic design and drawing courses. The couple moved from Minnesota to Georgia, where Haghani received her MFA from the University of Georgia. Now an adjunct professor at Rowan Cabarrus Community College, she has presented her work in solo and group exhibitions across the United States. She also was recognized in Women to Watch 2020 by the Georgia chapter of the National Museum of Women in the Arts. Recently, Sanaz Haghani sat down with Albany Museum of Art Marketing Director Jim Hendricks to talk about her life and work.
Now, when did you first know you wanted to be an artist?
So my father, when me, my sister, and my brother, when we were child, my father, I remember he told us there is a talent inside us, and we need to find it. We need to look for it and find it. And he always tried to show us different ways to find that thing inside us. And I think, for example, when we were when we went to the elementary school, he told us if we get the good grades, we can ask anything we want from him. So we started to that competition and we wanted to win. So we did it for a couple of years, and I think I was 10, and it was at the end of the school year, and my father was talking to my mom, and he told her that me got all the good grades from my art classes, and then he asked me if I wanted to, during the summer, if I want to take some drawing and painting classes and see if I love to do that. And I took one drawing class during that summer, and it was like a threshold. So I think he's the reason that I became an artist.
Sanaz, tell me a little bit about the title of your exhibition here at the Albany Museum of Art and what you hope that visitors to the museum might take with them after seeing your exhibition.
When I made the piece, at the same time I was thinking about the title as well. And sometimes I think titles are, in my work, sometimes I think titles are the main thing about my work, and sometimes they are not. And for this piece, I think the title talks about the whole piece. It's about the essay, and it's like a homework, and someone asks you to write down an essay, and you need, when you write something, you need to use your own imagination, you need to use your own words. But it gives you the exact word and you just need to repeat it. It's like there's no imagination, there's no creativity, and it's like a dictation. And that's how I grew up. I mean, that's how our society like treat women, and they give you some rules and you have to follow it even if you don't believe on those rules. They decide about your life when you have to get married, like about your children, your even lifestyle, how you should go out, how you should be in society. And so they are all, it's like they dictate your life and you have to follow it. And that's what I wanted to show, or that's what I was thinking about. And I made that piece. I thought, okay, I'm going to write down that for 100 woman, word woman 100 times. But at the same time, I wanted to show that some creativity, something like unusual, something different from, you don't write essay like that piece, right? So you just write down your word or any kind of dictated word on a piece of paper, but I wanted to like make an installation and play with that form inside the space. So it's going up and coming down, and it has two-sided. It's like I wanted to show that you cannot control people's imagination. Even you, I mean, even the society forced you to control your thoughts, you always find some way to be creative and to find your own way to live. And that's what I wanted to like show with this piece.
Okay. And I understand that you were always really interested in people's stories, and that you've got them all locked in your head, and that it comes out in your art.
As I said, I'm a dreamer, and I have a big family from my mom's side and from my father's side, and we like when I grew up, I was surrounded with many different people. Some of them, they are part of our family, some of them they were friends, and we have and my mom, she was a teacher and she's retired now, but she always had someone in our house, and we were like talking to them, and they share their stories with my mom. And I sometimes I was there, and I heard their stories, and I started to become curious about their lifestyles. And so I started to ask more questions from them about how they got married, or how they live, or how they if they had a job. I wanted to ask them how they work as a woman on that special job, and other questions. And because I'm a dreamer, so I always placed myself on their life story. So I was like live with them when they talked about, or when they share their stories, and all those stories remained in my mind unconsciously. I didn't notice that. Now each time when I want to make a new piece, I remember one of those women. And about this piece, I like to take a photo of different women And maybe the story that I share is not about that specific person, but the people that all the women that I asked them to, use their photos or use their images. I think they have their own stories, and in another way, I think all the Middle Eastern women, they have a unique story that you can make a book with their stories. It's like, and about this piece, I asked one of my friends, and she accepted that. And her name is Sanaz too, and I just used her image to add on my. I want to thank all the people who works at the Albany Museum of Art for their supports, for their helps, and for their hospitality. And I'm honored that I have a chance to display my work here, and it is an amazing experience for me, and I really appreciate their hard work.
We hope that you will visit the Albany Museum of Art soon and view the work of Sanaz Haghani as well as our other exhibitions. Located at 311 Meadowlark Drive, adjacent to the Albany State University West Campus, the AMA is open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays, and admission is always free.